This question came up about right neutral bow, left neutral bow trapping from one of my students in Atlanta. I'm going to answer that question with a video. Those of you that know universal set, all right. So if we're working universal set, we're just working switch. We're just working the vertical punches. Punches are coming in. We're picking those up. We're getting our body moving. Keeping our hands in position. Well, you'll notice one thing, that we're always in a left neutral bow. Well, most fighting situations work from a left, or in a right neutral bow. So most fighting situations work in a left neutral bow. Well, here's an option, right? If we switch to a right neutral or to a left neutral bow, switch, right? We're back to the same drill. He throws the punch. I pick it up, boom. So now we're just working the idea of crosses. Okay. Now, if we want to take it a step further, we'll go back to right neutral bows, which is the book variation of universal, and we'll start working the idea of the pivot. So we can work on a right lead, and then we'll transition to a left lead, then right, and we can start moving around, and there's all kinds of other things you can do with the universal set at that point. So as he throws that, I throw it. Now, as I pick it up, I'll start my switch, and then as he picks it up, he'll start to switch. Right? And then we can just start working back and forth in the drill itself. So I'm working from a jab to a cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. Those are some of the directions you're going to take a universal set. You don't want to just get into the habit of, that's not what universal set's about. It's just it's a base, and from that base you get to expand out to all kinds of cool things. I've seen guys do it on the ground. They're laying on the ground, one person's on the top, boom, they're universal set from a mounted, bottom and top mounted position. Right, so universal set is meant to be used as a tool or a vehicle to teach so many more things. Right. Now we're going to go into a couple of techniques working off the left neutral bow, vice, or right neutral bow. All right, thank you, Josh Mebar, John, on this one. All right, flashing, let me see, trapping maces. We know trapping maces. Trapping maces is, as I come in, he stops it. Right? And then hit, I roll. Technique, basic book technique. Again, as I come in, boom, I roll over the top, I catch my elbow, sandwich, trapping maces. A little bit quicker, it comes in, boom, or I can go to target, either or. Now, let's switch. He switches. Same thing applies. I go to throw that cross, and he meets it. Right? So I'm over here, and I go to, boom, there's my roll, my sandwich, and I can roll into the same technique. It doesn't matter if I'm in a left neutral bow or a right neutral bow. Right? Again, I might even throw a combination, and he might catch the first one and just parry or tap the second one. I might get that boom, boom, up, and then we're off into. And the only thing that really changes is angles. I might move I'll adjust my angle to get a better shot. Right? Plus, this is, actually, just trade sides here for a second so you can kind of see this. Right? As I throw this, and I get my sandwich hit, what technique are we back into? Buckling arrow. Right? Buckling arrow is a left lead fighting technique. Now we just do it from a front grab. Right? We'll play with buckling arrow a little bit more later also. Trap of death, same idea. Okay? I'm going the long way around, but it's not impossible. Right? Again, I throw that, instead of him parrying it, he meets it or he catches it. So I throw my shot, boom, from there, pow. There's my shot. Instead of doing my switch, which I've already done, I'll just do my step drag at that point and get around to catch him from behind. Footwork adjusts. The hands don't really change too much, but the footwork adjusts to whatever angle is being presented. All right, let's try it from this angle. Let's see. Let's do it from this angle, just a little bit to kind of give you an idea of what's happening here. I throw, boom, he meets, I get my shot. All right. Normally, at this point, I would back switch, boom, and then have to work my way all the way around. Okay? But I'm already in that position. So as instead of doing a back switch to stop, I'll just do a step drag. Boom. Now I'm right where I need him to be. I can pop that arm, start my turn, get into position, boom, and there is my trap of death. Okay? So don't get caught up with left lead, right lead. Focus more on what the hands are doing. The feet will adjust. At brown belt level, the feet are going to adjust where they need to be. They're going to find the right place. You know, if they're not finding the right place at brown belt, then you're really screwed up somewhere along your training regimen to figure out where your feet are, how your feet are supposed to support your weapons. Right? Your lower body must support your weapons. Going back to Form 1. Form 1 teaches your lower body how to move your weapons and support your weapons. So by the time you get to brown belt, hey, you shouldn't have to be thinking about your feet. Your feet are going to find the position they need. And that is the switch between a right lead and a left lead for universal drills and our combination drills and traffic drills.